for educational purposes only. No hate. A eunuch, a man who's been castrated, especially in the past. One employed to guard the women's living areas in ancient court. So Japhet was giving Europe and Asia, the Gentile nations. In the ancient Near East, the Congoro, which I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, were eunuchs, or third gender figures who served Ishtar and were part of her cult. So they dressed like women and they served Ishtar. So this has never gone away. It has been hidden, but it's never gone away. Goddess worship and her eunuchs. Like I explained in the past, if you look closely at the Skull and Bones logo, it is mixed with the two genders in one. And 322, that's Genesis 3:22. They want to make us in their image. Like I explained before, the angels have both parts. Only in this dimension are we created in their image. Male and female dimensions only on Earth, because we are made to populate the Earth. Kabuki is well known for its exaggerated acting, flamboyant costume and makeup, and unnatural storylines. So these actors are male playing women. Like today, I'm going to get to that real soon. And that's in Hollywood. Actors, male actors playing women. Are you guys familiar with Madame Butterfly? So it was a man dressed up as a woman to seduce the main character. And another thing, not all the dark races from Africa are Judah. For instance, this tribe right here, they put on makeup to seduce the women. And when you watch these videos, you can see the spirit in these people. And it's definitely not the rock, and it's not Judah. Remember, Ham was given Africa. In the reading of Genesis 6, it was the sons of Yah. They came down to lay with the women. Not daughters of Yah, sons of Yah. In the reading of Enoch, it tells you that some of these gods played goddesses' roles. Because, like I said, they're sons of Yah, not daughters of Yah. I looked, and there before me was a white horse. Its rider held a bow, and he was given a crown, and he rode out as a conqueror bent on conquest. So the word bow in Old English is rainbow. And by the way, she's not the only first lady that happens to be trans. In the scriptures, it says that his image will come alive. Akhenaten looks exactly like Barack Obama. His image comes to life. And this is Akhenaten in birth. And you know that the pharaohs also wore makeup just like the women did. Satan is called king over all the children of pride. King Charles' coronation. And so was Princess Diana. I posted this video before. You can see her adjusting herself. All born male, male to female. I came across this the other day on Facebook. And these three are the cities that run the world, right? Which is Rome, London, and Washington, D.C. Then there's President Emmanuel Macron, whose wife also happens to have been born male. He is really fighting the rumors right now. I don't know why they just don't own it. So it's been all of them. So now let's take a look at Kenny Onassis. But before I do, this one I like to follow on Facebook. He calls her Pancake because she's so cute. You see her clavicle bone? You can clearly see it's making a V shape. But a male's clavicle bone is really thick and it goes straight across. That is one of the telltale signs. As you can see, there goes Jackie. That is obviously a male body. So remember, the women's one make a V shape, just like this. These are inverts. Female to male, male to female. So before you say, how is that possible? After, before. After and before. So the male clavicle is straight across, just like this. I told you I was coming back to Hollywood. Males playing female roles. How about Carla? This is her modeling picture, and you cannot tell me she doesn't look like a male in this picture. And for you Trump supporters, because he's going to make America great again. There goes his daughter. There goes his wife. How about George and Barbara Bush? Wives of the American presidents. Come on, take a good look. I remember growing up that they would call this particular woman a handsome woman. Totally makes sense now. Because only males are handsome. You can see that Bill Gates' wife is not the same woman today. Even your beauty pageants. And this is Taylor Swift during one of her concerts. And before you go on defending her, this is her wearing this hat. And are they so called Christian? There goes Candace Cameron, black and white for duality. And there goes her brother, female to male. Wake up from the matrix. Christianity isn't of Abba, it's part of the Babylonian system. How about the so called Jesus Christ they gave to the world to worship? The one that painted his image, his lover, Leonardo da Vinci. They also do cloning. I covered that in the past. The bill is lifting, wake up from the matrix. That's where we're told to test the spirit, because these are just vessels. Our bodies are just vessels. So black and white is for duality. And that's the reason they were black and white. The District of Columbia in Maryland, Virginia, as in Virgin Mary. The sun and the moon coming together. And it's birthing Hail Zeus. Today's headlines and yesterday's headlines, all about goddess worship. Hermes is the sun and Sophia the moon. You know, the father is the head. What they're doing is having you to worship the goddess, the female, the tribe of the giants and Nephilims. They also made sacrifices to the demon of the desert. Their mythology developed a certain hierarchy of demons. A demonarch, who presumably was Satan, ruled over by all demons on earth. He was also known as the Prince of Evil. I'm going to skip around it. Lillian is well known today as a patron goddess of lesbians. Her name survives in many current organizations, such as the Daughters of Lilith. Their choice of a patroness suggests that there was always has been a certain amount of demonic impulses in homosexual practices. So you could pause and read the rest of it. So I covered Janus and Sibyl before, which is Lucifer and Satan. So one is the sun and the other one is the moon. Janus and Sibyl. Janus, the god of gods. So one of the many names he goes by is Isis, Ishtar, the Statue of Liberty, Ishtar, also known as Colombia, right, as the District of Columbia. Sit in the darkness and silence, O Babylon, never again will you be called the Queen of Kingdoms. And in this reading, she says, I sit as a queen because it's a she. She got drunk on the blood of the saints. So now back to the Statue of Liberty. Then one of the seven angels who has seven bowls came and said to me, come, and I will show you the judgment of the great prostitute who is sitting on many waters. Do you know that there are statues of liberty all around the world? More than 15 countries have a replica of the liberty enlightening the world. Like I said, she sits on many waters. Bringer, as in the light bringer, in Latin was the name of the planet Venus. Thought it was often personalized as a male figure bearing a torch. Venus with a penis. You see, another name he goes by, Venus. I can't translate this, but I sure could see Paris and I sure could see Rome. And I could definitely see something else. Recognize him from the Ukraine? Woman of our times. And the Statue of Liberty also sits on a star because Mary means the star of the sea. And you should know by now what the star represents. Jahusha's mother's name was Miriam, not Mary. To the gematria, artificial intelligence. There you go. Decode, she is the Messiah. Eternal goddess. Tattoo for the quantum tattoo that's coming. And because all roads lead to Rome. So there goes the Holy Empire's eagle. And there goes Isis. Liberty, Satan, Lucifer, God. And now there's Net. Another name that he goes by is Net. Net was known as an Egyptian goddess associated with war, hunting, and weaving. She was often depicted as a goddess of creation, as an internet, net, or the World Wide Web, but she spins her web. Goddess Net was also known as the spinner and the weaver of destiny, who was associated with the spider. For a man does not know his time, like a fish that was taken in the evil net, and like birds that are caught in a snare. So the children of man are snared at the evil times when it suddenly falls upon them. You know, NASA in Spanish is a trap, a fishing trap. Like fish, they are taken in an evil net. Back to Gematria, Anunnaki, Enki, Enlil, Nana, moon god. On the top, I am Enlil, hate human race, beautiful angel, Enki, Enlil, Satan. This is for the followers of the Anunnaki. This is the logo for COP28. As you can see, I circled it in the red. There's the fertility goddess, and above is the sun. This is another one for COP28. As you can see, this is also the fertility goddess. What she's wearing looks almost like scales, and look at those nails that look like claws to me. Goddess worship. Isis is for Isus, Jesus. And Jahusha was not nailed to a cross. They nailed him to a tree, and he hung from a tree. They just tricked the world into worshiping the image of the cross. There goes Nimrod and his cross, and the Queen of Heaven, Mary, holding the rosary. The rosary is witchcraft and produces spiritual blindness. And by the way, this is chanting. And look at the symbols. There goes the star. For Mary, the star of the sea. And you see the moon, and you see the cross. So you see the moon, the earth, which is the cross, and you put them together, and it's what? Jupiter. As in the logo for Paris Olympics. Are you guys familiar with Lamb? The entity, Aleister Crowley. And I believe that Aleister Crowley was the one that wrote the Satanic Bible. Well, this is who he was communicating with. And he went by the name of Lamb. It's a spiritual entity the infamous occultist Aleister Crowley channeled in the 20th century. According to some, he might have been an avatar to a more famous spiritual being, such as Satan, while others have compared him to the Greys. So this is him. You see the logo in the bottom. You see it closely. Same logo, Jupiter. Another name that he goes by, Jupiter. And like I said, Venus is another name that he goes by. Lucifer means light bringer and the morning star in pre-Christian mythology. He is called Shahar. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that word, so I'm going to skip it. Or dawn bearer. He is not the fallen angel or the name for the devil, but the morning aspect of the planet Venus. Venus is also personified as a goddess called Aphrodite in Greek. There's no need to fear Lucifer Venus. That is completely a lie, guys. Once you know who is their god they worship, you understand why they're pushing a certain agenda so hard. My youngest is going off to high school, and she took a picture of her bathroom in her high school. It's a unisex bathroom for both genders. I personally don't feel comfortable about that. She could be going in there by herself, and there might be a group of boys in there acting of that community, and they could harm her or any other girl. I don't think this is cool. I started this video with eunuchs and how it never went away. It's always been about the goddess worship. Thank you for watching. Be blessed.